Welcome to The Adoption Show. I'm your host, Amber Akar, and this is the show where we meet adoptable pups. We see tips on how to welcome a new pup into your home, and we celebrate the love that a wonderful rescue pet can bring to your home. We believe that every home deserves a great dog, and do we have some great dogs for you? Let's check out some of the adoptable dogs available now. Playtime! Playtime is more than just fun. It's how dogs learn and bond with you. Daily playtime helps burn energy, encourages connection, and gives dogs an outlet. So using toys, fun games, and even training exercises can help make play part of your routine. I highly suggest you find ways that your dog likes to play. Every dog is different, so maybe your dog likes when you bounce around, maybe they like when you lay on the floor and roll around with them. Find what your dog loves and find ways to communicate with them through play. for joining us on the Adoption Show. Remember, all of these dogs are looking for a home just like yours. So if any of these dogs kind of grabbed onto your heart, reach out to the shelter and find ways maybe you can adopt a dog or you can help them out.
Hi, new pet parent. I'm Dr. Renee Schmid with Pet Poison Helpline, and I'm here to give you an essential tip to help with your new pet. Be sure and educate yourself on plant toxicity. There's numerous household and garden plants that are toxic to dogs. Familiarize yourself with common harmful plants such as lilies, azaleas, and sago palms. Opt for those pet-safe greeneries and around your home to prevent accidental ingestions that could lead to poisoning. Don't forget to check with your local florist on things that may be safe for your pet.
We're here with Dr. Courtney Campbell to ask him the top adoption questions. So, what are the most important factors to consider when adopting a new pet?
It's all about your lifestyle. That's the most important thing. Adoption is forever, and your pet is going to be your family member. So think about how you want to spend time together. Do you have time for playtime, walks, and snuggles? Do you have allergies? These are some of the keys to thinking about adopting a pet into a new home is how do you want to spend time with your new family member?
That's right, keeping them home forever.
There we go.
Coming up next, amazing rescues and amazing people helping dogs get adopted. Let's check it out. Hi, I'm Amber Akar, and we are here at Best Friends Animal Society's Life Saving Center in Soho, New York City. We're here to learn more about the impactful efforts that they put into rescuing and rehoming animals. So we're gonna go chat with Marlon Roberts, the executive director, to go learn more about their mission and how they save animals every single day. Let's go. Hey Marlon, how are you?
How's it going?
Thanks for having me. I'm this close to bringing home a kitten, but can you tell us more about Best Friends' mission, nationwide and all the things they're doing to help rehome and rescue animals?
Best Friends Animal Society was founded in 1984 and has pioneered the movement to end the killing of dogs and cats in America's shelters, lowering that number from around 17 million to down to about 415,000.
Wow.
Best Friends Animal Society is leading the way to end the killing of dogs and cats in America's shelters, and we want to bring about a time when there's no more homeless pets.
So here as the executive director, are there any ways that you partner with your community, with local shelters here that help rescue animals and you involve the community here locally?
Best Friends in New York City, we offer so many opportunities to get involved with the community. Us personally, we work with our local municipal shelter, Animal Care Centers of New York City. We work with them to host local events to really get the community engaged. And in addition to that, we offer opportunities to foster, to volunteer, to collaborate with other shelters. And that's all in the sake of really ending the killing of dogs and cats in America's shelters.
Yeah. Now, you guys must have a lot of animal adoptions here because you guys do a really good job of partnering with the community and getting the word out and putting on events. So what does that look like, how you're involving the community to be able to get these animals actually seen and adopted?
Yeah, that's a really great question. A lot of our work goes into really making this a welcoming opportunity and a welcoming space. We allow the public to come in, engage with our animals, and if they're interested in adopting, they take that animal home the exact same day. The animals are spayed, are neutered, they're microchipped, and up to date on vaccinations. We make this a very welcoming environment, and in fact, over the last 3 years, last fiscal year, we did more adoptions that fiscal year alone than the last previous years.
Wow. I noticed you guys have some stuff over here I want to check out that I think really helps make those adoptions happen, is because you kind of set up this center where people can not only adopt the pet, but then they have what they need, especially here in New York City, to be able to succeed in, being a new pet parent. And I think you guys have done a really great job of providing what they might need. Do you guys also provide that support for pet owners as well?
Yeah, Best Friends Animal Society is all about setting a family up for success when they take an animal home. We offer support virtually if you have challenges with your dog or with your cat. We have virtual support always available, in addition to having all the resources that you need to be able to take that pet home the same day, whether that's a cat to get a leash and a bowl and a carrier, or if it's a dog, you need a collar and a leash. We really want to make sure that that family is equipped and ready to
be a pet parent. So Marlon, I know there's so many pets here, like this cat, oh my gosh, adorable. He got a little surgery on his bum. I know there's a really big importance of being able to foster. What do you guys do? What does Best Friends do to be able to help get the community involved in fostering and adopting and volunteering?
So in addition to adopting, there's so many other ways that you can get involved. That includes fostering and volunteering. Volunteering, when you come into our center, you're able to support our team with cleaning, with walking animals, with engaging and really supporting the care of the animals that are in our care, which allows our team to focus on getting animals into loving homes. We also offer a foster program. You can come in, you get all the resources, nothing out of pocket. We just ask that you open up your home to that cat for a temporary time so that we can ease the constraints on our shelter and bring more animals in.
So Marlon, are there any challenges that, in an adoption center like Best Friends that you find you guys are facing when it comes to getting people to get involved or to adopt pets?
Across the U.S., organically, we're having challenges to adopt out large dogs. Specifically here in New York City, we face other challenges. The limited constraint of your housing. Like most folks can't have dogs in their home, and if they can, they have a really small space of which they are able to allow an animal in, so bigger dogs can be more of a challenge. And also in New York City in general, transportation, moving around with your animals to get around, all of those are encompassing, can be challenges for any adopter, specifically in the New York City area.
Yeah, and I think that's probably a huge reason why volunteers are so important, because these dogs are really good dogs and they want to get out and they want to have families too. And so, if you were stuck in a box, it's not very fun for anybody. And that's why you guys are so great, because you put in all these initiatives to take your dogs out, to get volunteers working with the dogs and putting on events. So that's really cool. So one thing I wanted to ask you guys, because you have such an amazing center here, do you guys have any special success stories of the way Best Friends has really changed the life of an animal or a person, and overall just you guys have so much you're doing here, and I want to hear something that has really stuck out to you.
Yeah, I would have to say one of a really successful story would have to be a dog that we pulled from Animal Care Centers of New York City. Her name was Diamond, and she was just a typical bully breed dog looking for a loving home. She was a little hyperactive.
Yeah.
But thanks to our volunteers coming in, getting her the proper training, getting her outside to relieve her stress and really be comfortable while here at our center, we were able to match her with a loving home, and now they're together, and Diamond is no longer in our facility holding up a kennel, and we're able to make that space for another dog that needs their life.
That's such a good point. When you're rescuing a dog or a cat, you're not just saving that life, you're saving 2 lives every time that you adopt, because you're saving the space for the next animal. And that's one thing I love that Best Friends puts so much emphasis on, putting pets in homes lifelong and saving the pets that are in shelters too, which is so great.
There's so many opportunities that we could utilize to save more lives, and Best Friends really leading that way, setting the example, sending expertise information to the public so that we can really end the killing of dogs and cats in America's shelters.
Marlon, thank you so much for meeting with me and showing us all the amazing things you guys are doing here at this location of Best Friends Animal Society. You guys are really changing the way that we are rescuing, rehoming, and saving animals, and I think you guys are doing an incredible job. So thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Thank you for having us.
And thanks for letting me meet Miss Paris, and I hope you find a home really soon. Yes, I do.
She's the sweetest ever.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye. Can you wave bye-bye?
Victoria Stillwell's adoption tips. Here's a tip.
When you get your new dog home, it's natural to want to show your dog off to all of your friends, but take it slowly. And when you do have visitors over to your home, make sure that everything good comes from them. Delicious food, great toys, a lot of praise and petting. And if your dog is nervous, take pressure off your dog by having people come through the door, say hello, but then just go about their business without a physical interaction. This is going to give your dog a lot more confidence and see people coming into your home as a good thing.
Coming up next, you guessed it, more adoptable dogs. Stay tuned and watch for more furry wagging tails.
E, enrichment. Enrichment keeps your dog mentally and physically stimulated. Now, puzzle toys, sniff walks, training games, and new experiences are all forms of enrichment that reduce boredom and help prevent behavioral problems.
Adopt a dog through the Adoption Show and receive an exclusive welcome kit. When you open your heart and home to a rescue dog through the Adoption Show, you'll receive an incredible adoption package designed to support you and your new furry friend. Buy Series 3, Smart Dog Collar. Stay connected with your pet through real-time GPS tracking, activity monitoring, and health insights. This top-rated collar ensures your dog's safety and well-being. And a 1-year subscription to Dog TV. Provide your dog with engaging, scientifically designed content to keep them relaxed and entertained when you're away. This exceptional package is our way of saying thank you for choosing to adopt and making a difference in a dog's life.
Adoption is more than just a moment, it's a lifelong bond. So together, let's help more dogs find love, comfort, and a place to call home. Now, what are some common behavioral issues that we tend to see in newly adopted pets?
Yes, behavioral issues are key. In fact, tragically, it is one of the most common reasons why pets are relinquished back to the shelter. So I would certainly say chewing, separation, type anxiety behaviors or anxiety behaviors associated with separation, and of course not using the litter box. These are the big three, but there's a host of all types of behavioral issues that pets can have. But here's the key, and this is so important. If they are not addressed early, they can only get worse. Yeah. So you've got to address them thoroughly and early. And that's why I say have a conversation with your veterinary healthcare team. And of course, if you can, get an awesome trainer like Amber into the process earlier. That way you can fix the behavioral issues before they get worse.
That's perfect.
Victoria Stillwell's adoption tips. Here's a tip.
To avoid accidents, don't let your puppy have free roam around your house, especially when they're not supervised. That's rather like allowing a small baby to walk around your house without diapers on. Puppies need to have a bit of time and consistency to be toilet trained, and they need to feel confident about it. Now, if you see your puppy having an accident inside your home, don't punish them or tell them off. Gently pick your puppy up, take them outside, and when they go outside, give them lots of praise. You want to have a confident toileter.
J, jumping. Jumping is a common behavior in excited dogs, but it can be managed with calm greetings and consistent training. As a dog trainer, it's really important to remind new adopters that rewarding calm behavior and reinforcing 4 feet on the floor is going to help your newly adopted dog learn that jumping isn't your favorite thing to do. It's also important to make sure we aren't rewarding the wrong thing. So if our dog wants to say hi to us by putting their paws up on us and we give them that attention, we're unintentionally teaching them to jump on us when we greet them. So make sure to teach your newly adopted dog to keep their 4 feet on the floor by giving them that attention when they're doing the right thing.
Secure hazardous substances. Upon bringing a new dog into your home, it's crucial to identify and secure all potential toxins. Common household items such as cleaning agents, pesticides, and automotive products should be stored in locked cabinets or areas inaccessible to pets. Remember, dogs are naturally curious, and even a brief encounter with these substances can lead to severe health issues.
Thank you for spending time with us. Remember, every single one of these dogs is waiting for their forever home, and it might just be you. Reach out to your local rescue to see if your best friend is waiting for you. And if you're not ready yet, you can still help out. Reach out to shelters and see if you can help in any way get these dogs adopted. Next week, we'll have even more adoptable dogs waiting for you.
On the Adoption Show.